Have you ever wondered what you'd learn if you could just sit down with someone at the end of their life and ask them, hey, what would you do differently? Let's see what they had to say.
And let me tell you, they do not hold back. This isn't some filtered greeting card advice. Nope. It's raw, it's real, and honestly, it's a powerful look at what actually matters when you've seen it all.
Okay, so before we can really get their advice, we have to try to understand their perspective. I mean, what does it actually feel like to be at that stage of life, looking back? Well, here's the first thing that just hits you like a ton of bricks. It's this huge disconnect. On the inside, you feel like the exact same person you've always been. But when you look out, the world starts treating you, and I'm quoting here, entirely differently. Sometimes even like you're worthless. Can you even imagine how jarring that must be? And then, of course, there's the physical side of it all, which they talk about with this incredible, brutally honest sense of humor. One person said, you wake up feeling like you played tackle football yesterday, but you can't remember the game. Another talks about catching their own reflection and having that, holy shit, I'm old, I forgot moment. It's this constant reminder that, as one person put it so perfectly, gravity has been holding on for a long fucking time. But you know, it's not all doom and gloom. There's so much wit that comes with age. I just love this quote. It perfectly captures that feeling of surprise. These are sharp, funny, vibrant people who are just as shocked as anyone else to suddenly be in their 70s and 80s. Okay, so with that perspective in mind, let's get to the real core of this. When they look back with that crystal clear hindsight, what are the things they wish they'd done differently? What are life's biggest regrets? A few really powerful themes just kept coming up over and over again. And what's so telling is that the regrets are never about not making enough money or not buying a bigger house. No, they were all deeply personal. They were about relationships, experiences, and just learning to accept yourself. This one came up a lot. Marrying too young, like in their late teens or early 20s. As this person puts it, they just hadn't finished growing up yet. And here's the key part. You are still changing so much in those years. They felt like they married someone as one person and then grew into somebody completely different. Travel was another huge one, but there's a really interesting twist. The regret wasn't just about not traveling, it was about when they traveled. So many wished they had done the messy, adventurous backpack stuff when they were young and full of energy, instead of waiting until they were 50 and could afford the nicer places. It was the experience, not the luxury, that they missed. And gosh, just listen to the pain in this one, this deep regret over a missed chance for self-expression. This woman said she desperately wishes she'd learned to play an instrument because she feels the music inside of her, but she just doesn't know how to get it out. It's just a haunting reminder to go after those creative passions, right? So all these regrets, they point to this really fundamental truth, don't they? What you value in your 20s is almost never what you value in your 80s. And that brings us to this dramatic, incredible shift in life's priorities. I mean, just look at this contrast. When we're young, so much of our energy goes into external stuff, right? What people think of us, being competitive, fitting in, getting more things. But with age, that whole focus flips. It turns towards community, being your authentic self, and making a meaningful contribution through kindness. It's a huge shift from acquiring to connecting. So what causes that shift? It seems to be this profound sense of liberation. Just imagine the freedom of truly, genuinely not caring what other people think. One woman explained how she used to see this whole social hierarchy of cool people and nerdy people, and now she realizes it was all in her head. There is no hierarchy. And that goes for physical appearance, too. One person was incredibly blunt, saying all the time and energy women are taught to spend on cosmetics and hair is a complete waste of time, waste of energy, waste of life. So much of what we stress about just falls away. It becomes completely unimportant. So this all leads us to the final, and I think most important part. After sharing their journeys, their regrets, their shifting priorities, what is their direct, unfiltered advice for those of us who still have time on our side to make different choices? Well, it really boiled down to a few powerful, totally actionable truths. Their whole philosophy can pretty much be summed up in this powerful 4-step action plan. Number 1, stop wearing so much. 2, do what you're passionate about. 3, if you really truly want to do something, do it now. And 4, the kicker. You could be dead tomorrow, so don't you dare put it off. The time is always right now. A huge piece of this puzzle is learning to think for yourself.
I mean, we live in a world that is constantly pushing you to follow the crowd, right? Their advice is to stand your ground, have your own judgment, be true to your own vision, and don't let anybody else throw you off your game.
But here's the thing. Being an independent mind doesn't mean thinking you know it all. It's actually the opposite. The wisdom of age seems to bring this deep humility. They really emphasize that you never, ever have it all figured out. Every single day is a chance to grow, a chance to learn something new. Stay humble, stay curious. And, their advice isn't all philosophical and up in the clouds. It's also intensely practical. Keep moving. Life is for living, not for sitting on the sidelines. You have to get up and get going. I mean, as good as it sounds, you can't just lie in bed and eat cookies all day.
In the end, after all the stories and all the specific lessons, so much of their advice comes back to this one beautifully simple idea. Just be a good person. Treat people with kindness and respect. From what they've seen, if you just lead with that, somehow everything else just kind of works out.
So, after hearing all of this, knowing what people regret most when they get to the end, the real question is for you. What's one thing you'll do differently tomorrow?